When you see a man in his underwear, you thought you were going there for dinner, and all of a sudden he's sitting in a bed in his underwear, that's telling you what the expectation from him of what should come next is. Obviously, sex.
Imagine if the roles were reversed, and Whoopi Goldberg tells me to come up to her room at midnight, and I'm going up there. I'm so naive. She want me to come to her hotel room at midnight. I've been hearing about how Whoopi do all the other guys like this, but I'm totally naive. I have no idea what she want to do. It's midnight. We could have met for 12 hours already, but she want me to come at midnight. And then I get in a room, and she want to do nasty stuff. Oh my God, I'm so shocked that Whoopi Goldberg want to do nasty stuff at 12 o'clock at night. Oh, I'm such a victim. No, I'm not a victim. I knew what she wanted to do when I went up there.
There's a very common sense reason gold is pushing to all-time highs right now. Actually, there's several reasons. The cost of goods continues to rise despite interest rates controlled by the Fed. Since January 21st, cost of living is up 17.9%. The national debt continues to skyrocket, now above $34 trillion, causing many to worry when the house of cards will come crashing down. A presidential election year that will have massive implications on the future of this country. All of this adds up to the instability and uncertainty, and that is why so many Americans are turning to Birch Gold Group. Have you diversified your savings yet? Secure a portion of them with gold from Birch Gold. Text Brandon to 989898 and get your free info kit. You will learn how to convert an existing IRA or a 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in gold, and it doesn't cost you a penny out of pocket. With an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and thousands of happy customers, you can count on Birch Gold too. Just text Brandon to 989898 to claim your free info kit and to protect your savings from uncertainty today.
I mean, Anna Navarro, I have to know that your response to that, because obviously, what Stormy Daniels does for a living doesn't translate to the fact that she should just be comfortable with seeing a half-dressed man anywhere she goes.
Well, look, first of all, I would really like to nominate Joey Jackson for dramatic reading. I think he deserves a Tony nomination. I'm going to work on that.
Done.
But as to your question, Caitlin, look, I think the reason that she felt lightheaded, I think the reason she had that reaction, first, let's remember that this is a woman in her 20s. Yes, she does what she does. But when you see a man in his underwear, you thought you were going there for dinner, and all of a sudden he's sitting in a bed in his underwear, that's telling you what the expectation from him of what should come next is. Obviously, sex. And so I think it's a pretty big deal for her to process as she's reacting to what she's seeing. So, to me, it's a very credible reaction.
And not just any man.
And I'll tell you this, and I suspect
at the height of his celebrity,
for a lot of women who've dealt with sexual harassment, who've dealt with men doing power plays on them, this may have resonated. It resonated with me.
You're going to hell. All these women dumb, lying. You're going to hell, potentially. If you are, let me not say that on the radio. If you are having sex for a living, let me just put this in perspective. I'm trying to find an analogy. I was a police officer. I arrest people for a living, and I have to make a citizen's arrest, and I'm shocked, and I'm faintish, and I can't believe I'm actually arresting somebody. That's like Stormy Daniels saying she's doing all kind of nasty stuff on camera for money for years. She's doing nasty stuff. Now, I haven't researched it, but you're a porn star, and hey, I was born during the day, but I wasn't born yesterday, and they doing nasty stuff. And you see Donald Trump naked, and ladies, stop being stupid. Why do anybody believe these people? Why do you believe a person? You have sex you have sex on camera for a living. And pornography is not a spontaneous event where people who are in love with each other are having a sexual experience and somebody's just happened to videotape it. No, it's a whole act. You gotta be signed to an organization. You got certain scenes you have to do. You gotta do this position. And then if they ain't the best look they want, you gotta do it again. They gotta re-record something. You gotta bend over that way and do all this. It's probably hours of production. You get humiliated on camera. People are standing in the room while you're doing this. You got to do it a lot or you broke. So you're doing this all day long, probably all week, by all these nasty dudes just treating you like trash. And then you claim you see Donald Trump in his underwear and somehow you're shocked. You can't believe these people, man. That's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. Because if the roles were reversed and just say Donald Trump was somewhere, he sees Stormy there and he's in her underwear. Do you think Donald Trump's going to be traumatized? Is he going to say, oh, I was, women there are good women in this world. The average woman is below average and good. The women who are listening to me are all exceptional. You guys are the top 1%. The average woman used to be above average in goodness. Now the average woman is below average in goodness. Women are so deceived by this feminist theology. They're delusional about marriage. They're delusional about raising the kids. And then they lie about their sexuality. They're delusional about what matters and what don't matter sexually. They file for divorce 80% of the time. Women are just, and they vote like they hate America. They have no common sense in voting. And I'm not saying every woman. It's a good number. If you look at female voting, we would be a communist country. If you just let women vote and no men voted, we'd be a communist nation. Communist America is what we'll be. Look at all these gay dudes that walk around. Women are just lifting them up, coaching, coercing them to be, they carrying handbags with them and doing all this other stuff. Women are ushering that in. All these kids out here killing people and doing that, single mother homes. This is where they're coming from. And many of these single mothers, and I would say 60% of these single mothers are terrible. They're terrible people, and that's the reason why they're single mothers. 40% are good women who happen to be in the circumstance. Baby daddy died, widowed, husband just left, or baby daddy just abandoned them. Probably 40%. 60% are terrible. They hiding the kids from the daddy. They're making excuses. They're terrible people. I mean, it's just my opinion. I don't really know the number, but my experience, and I think it's way more than 60. I'm just being nice. About 60%. Hold the phone. I know the thing is that when people hear, they turn off the radio station, they get mad, they slam their phone when they hear me say this stuff about women. But if I was talking about men, people be cheering it on. Women are out of control. You got Stormy Daniels, who's a prostitute, that somehow legally get paid to be a prostitute because it's on video. And women are taking up for this woman. And you believe her that she's distraught that Donald Trump, you know how many penises she's seen? Voluntary or involuntary? You guess how many she's seen? You think she's shocked when she see Donald Trump in his underwear? It bothers me because we just let women get away with some of this stuff. Some women are victims of sexual assault and abuse and coercion. Some are not. And we have to make a clear delineation of who is and who isn't. Why do we have to be in the middle or believe all women? No, we don't believe all women. Women be lying. Most women lie. Talk to a woman right now. Any man knows that I'm telling the truth. Ask a woman what happened in her last relationship. I put my life on it. She gonna say she was in an abusive relationship. Then when you peel back the onions, well, what do you mean abuse? Oh, it was verbal. Man, you know it, verbal. What did he say to you? Oh, he was holding you accountable. So that's a verbal abuse? I had somebody accuse me of being abusive. So not only have women have said this that I've went on dates with, a woman that I was with said I was abusive. Then when you ask him what he do, I threw a sock at her. I threw a sock and I'm abusive. When did I throw a sock at you? Am I Nolan Ryan? I throw 100-mile-per-hour sock? But then the person don't tell. First of all, it's a complete lie. I was never an abusive person. The person don't tell that this person, when they were drunk one day, threatened me, and then got mad one day, threw a book through a wall. But that is never told. But then they make up something about the man being abusive. Women do this all the time. It's crazy because I wouldn't believe it if not only do I hear women, 80% of them saying it, some fool that I dated said it about me. Completely lied, completely made it up. And they were the ones who were abusive. Emotionally, mentally abusive. And then they project it on the man. Because what? It makes them a victim now. They don't have to take accountability for nothing that they did. Because now they're a victim because they were abused by some man. And what happens when a woman meets a new man, the new man don't know the old man. And they don't know the woman. So they like, dang, man, that's messed up, man. Why would a man treat you like this? Let me tell you this, brothers, men. If you ever date a woman and she says she was abused in her last relationship and he cheated and whatever, and you're looking at her and you're saying, why would a dude cheat on this woman? She looks beautiful. She's smart. She this. Brother, it's a red flag. Because the truth of the matter is, Ain't no man cheating on that woman. Ain't no man abusing that woman. That woman is crazy. More than likely, that's the case. Now, there is beautiful women that get cheated on. I get it. But 9 times out of 10, if the question in your mind is like, why would a dude cheat on this woman? She seems to be nice and kind and all this stuff. No, she's a psychopath. What happened was she was doing stuff she wasn't supposed to do, and the man had enough of it and said, I'm done with you. And then she tells everybody he's abusive. These women, man, look, if I was a music artist and Rihanna said, let me pick an ugly one, Whoopi. If I was trying to get into entertainment and Whoopi Goldberg, one day I met her, and she told me to come up to her hotel room at 1 o'clock in the morning so we can discuss business plans. I know what she want to do. I'm not stupid. Imagine if the roles were reversed and Whoopi Goldberg tells me to come up to her room at midnight and I'm going up there. I'm so naive. She want me to come to her hotel room at midnight. I've been hearing about how Whoopi do all the other guys like this, but I'm totally naive. I have no idea what she want to do. It's midnight. We could have met for 12 hours already, but she want me to come at midnight. And then I get in a room and she want to do nasty stuff. Oh my God, I'm so shocked that Whoopi Goldberg want to do nasty stuff at 12 o'clock at night. Oh, I'm such a victim. No, I'm not a victim. I knew what she wanted to do when I went up there. And I knew that I was going to do it because I do it for free anyway. I might as well do it with her to get a higher ranking in life. Or I just don't go up there because I know that's what they're going to want. But if a man went and did that, people would be like, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're going to go over there at midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. Like, you know what she want to do at 1 o'clock in the morning. But then they paint the picture that men are the dirty ones. When I was single and I was cutting up, if a woman texts me back if I text her, she texts me back at 1 o'clock in the morning or 11 o'clock at night, and I say, look, you want to come over? And she say yes, she know and I know what's going to happen. People, what are we talking about? We grown. A girl texts me, what's up, B? You want to come over? It's 11 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock at night. I know what she's trying to do. I know what it is. I'm not going to get over there and be like, I can't believe she, I was just going to hang out and she forced herself on me. I'm a grown man. I know what happened at midnight. You could have told me to come over any time during the day. I know what you want to do at midnight. But women get out here and they say they victims all of a sudden. It bothers me, man. It bothers me. People cannot just be honest. It cannot be honest. Stormy Daniels is a nasty woman. And if Donald Trump slept with this woman, he a nasty dude. Does that mean he shouldn't be the president? I don't know. I could care less what he do in his extracurricular time. But then everybody these women trying to make Stormy out to be this victim to Donald Trump. No, she's not. That girl is a hustler. What she did was, I would argue that she extorted Donald Trump for money. That woman could have came out with her scandal with Donald Trump 10 years ago, 15 years ago. She could have came out with this a long time ago. The woman tries to come out with this affair accusation while Donald Trump is running for president. Why didn't she come out any other time? She come out when he's running for president because she know that if this gets out, it could damage his stuff, and she noticed how you extort money from people. She been doing it probably her whole life. And then what did she do? She tried to extort money from Donald Trump. And now she's a victim to women. Oh, we believe women. Brett Kavanaugh case with that one woman, Blasey Ford. Can you believe women believe that fool? That woman, first of all, he never had sex with her. He just forced himself on top of her 100 years ago. And she don't remember nothing. She had a beer, but then here's the crazy part. This woman said that she walked home because she don't have an alibi for none of this stuff. So she claims she walked home because then that would involve other people being involved, right? It wouldn't make sense that you'd be at a party at midnight and your parents came to get you. There would be somebody that would recollect that. She said she walked home. The woman lived like 6-8 miles away from that place. So you walked home in the middle of the night drunk for 8 miles and you don't remember how you got home. Insane. Hold the phone.